Hello everyone, this is Brandon again, 1001, here for a bracket tournament of all of the Freelancers episodes from Season 1 and 2. So I just randomly generated the episodes, I numbered them, randomly generated them, and just put them in my bracket tournament here. So I'm going to start with going through the bracket tournament, comparing some of these episodes, and then I'm going to quickly just list through each one, give it a ranking, and very, very briefly talk about each one. So, let's get into the bracket tournament. So, first, we've got Season 1, Episode 1 versus Season 2, Episode 2. These are both really, really good episodes. Season 2, Episode 2 has some really funny moments. I like how they connected the plots. Like, every character has something they're doing. And I like how they connected all of those together. But I think Season 1, Episode 1 is just the perfect way to start off a show like this. Like, they perfectly capture what this show is about. It's about these friends who, like, are really good friends, and what's important to them is their friendship. And they just get into these terrible situations with their jobs. But still, what's most important to them is the friends. And Joan is a really great character because she is opposing that idea of friendship being the most important thing. Because to her, money is the most important thing. And she's opposing that idea. And I think it works really well. So, that's what. So, yeah, I'm going to put Season 1, Episode 1 to the next round. Now, we've got Season 2, Episode 7 versus Season 1, Episode 6. And I made a whole video talking about why I like Season 1, Episode 6 more. I'm telling you, this was random, alright? I guess I just got lucky with putting these two episodes together. Because, I already talked about these two, specifically, compared. So, they're very similar. They happen in a theme park. And so, there's a lot of similarities to them. But I think Season 1, Episode 6 does way better at sticking with the concepts that was proposed at the start of the episode, you could say. Because Season 2, Episode 7, it's like, yeah, they're in this magical theme park, but really it's not about the magical theme park. It's about, what they do there. It's basically about the characters' weaknesses, you could say, pretty much. And I kind of would have preferred that they lean more into the magical side of things. So, yeah, Season 1, Episode 6 moves on to the next round. So now we've got Season 1, Episode 3 versus Season 2, Episode 6. Now, this is a difficult one. I think these two are pretty close in quality, in my opinion. It's really hard to decide with this one. But I think, they're just really close. It's hard to say. I really love the whole ninja thing they've got with Season 1, Episode 3, and the ending, how it ended. I really love that. But, Season 2, Episode 6, also, it's got some real funny moments, and it's just so crazy and ridiculous, and it's just so much fun. So, I mean, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Okay, I honestly might change my mind, in 10 minutes or something, but I'm gonna go with Season 2, Episode 6, just because what they did with, the idea of them getting sick is just so much fun. It's not a regular sickness, that they're imagining these cool things. It's like they're basically hallucinating the craziest things, and it's cool. So, yeah, Season 2, Episode 6 will move to the next round. Actually, you know what? Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go with Season 1, Episode 3, because I really love how it was plotted, and the whole ninja idea was really great, so, yeah. But those two are really close for me. Now we've got Season 2, Episode 3 versus Season 2, Episode 4. I really, really like Season 2, Episode 4. It's one of the more grounded episodes. It's not as crazy. And I really like I really like that about it. It's just really realistic. Like the character of Miss Gwen is, I think, is a really great character. A lot of people can relate to her, and she's like not too ridiculous, but she fits into the show really well. And season 2, episode 3, like I really love the idea of it, but I think the execution wasn't great. I would have liked to see more of the actual challenges. But I don't know, like, I'm not sure if I'd rather have less challenges and see more of it, or more challenges but see a little bit of it, but still, like, really fun little snippets. But, like, I was a little bit disappointed with that episode when I first watched it, but, like, I really love Season 2, Episode 4. So, yeah, that one's definitely moving to the next round. So next, we've got the finale of Season 2, Freelancers Carol versus Love Match Supreme Part 2, Season 1, Episode 5. Now, I think the Love Match Supreme episodes are, like, that storyline. I like the idea of it, but my problem with those episodes is that, like, there's not that much that went on in them. Like, they're really short, right? That's my big problem with the episodes. Because I think they could have just put these together and they would have had an episode that's like about 20 minutes. And the first episode was that long. So, I mean, they could have done that. But, I don't know, maybe they wanted to have a way to fill 8 episodes, so they just split those into 2. But I honestly really would have preferred that they put those in one episode, so yeah, that definitely brings those down for me. And Season 2, Episode 8, like, it's so good. It's so good. It might be the funniest episode in the whole show. I love all the callbacks they brought back from Season 1, mostly Season 2, all the characters they brought back. So, yeah, that one's definitely moving on to the next round. So now we've got Season 1, Episode 2 versus Season 1, Episode 8. Now, Season 1, Episode 8, I didn't love it. I don't hate it. I like all of these episodes. All of these episodes, I think, are good episodes. But, like, Season 1, Episode 8 is probably my least favorite out of all the episodes. Just because, like, that whole sequence... Okay, that sequence at the start where they're exercising is kind of weird. Alright? I mean, it's not so weird that I'm just like, ugh. But it's strange, and it wasn't that funny. And most of it, they're just stuck where they are. Like, stuck in their house. And they can't move. And they did good with that idea, but that idea itself doesn't make for the funnest episode. And again, I don't hate it. I think it was definitely enjoyable. There were some fun moments in it. But, like, a lot of ideas they've had are better. Now, Season 1, Episode 2 is one of my favorites out of all of these. I really love the idea of it, of them, being cursed and, like, dealing with it in different ways. It's just a really fun idea, and that's something that I really love about the show, is that the ideas they have are so great. Like, they have a lot of really cool ideas. So, yeah, Season 1, Episode 2, definitely moving on to the next round. Now, we've got Season 2, Episode 5, Doodles Chips, versus Season 1, Episode 7, the power outage one. I like the power outage one. It is definitely lower on my list, just because it's kind of like, it's what they call a bottle episode, and while, like, they executed that type of thing better, I like episodes where, they go out to different places and stuff. And anyways, like, even, like, Season 1, Episode 7 is good, but Season 2, Episode 5 is the prime example of what I want a Freelancers episode to be. Like, Season 2, Episode 5 has everything I want in a Freelancers episode. It has a crazy idea, alright? A crazy idea. They actually do really cool and crazy things with it. And of course, pretty funny. Like, all of that is what I want from a Freelancers episode. And this is probably, this is my favorite episode out of any of these episodes. Because it's just the best example of a Freelancers episode. It's just real great. So, yeah, Season 2, Episode 5, Doodles Chips, moving on to the next round. So, now we've got Love Match Supreme Part 1 versus the Student Body Present episode, the premiere, Season 2. And I really loved the first episode of Season 2. Because it was just real fun. That first, 5-ish minutes, it was really great. Like, when I first watched it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so great. Maybe I was just really hyped about getting new Freelancers episodes, new Freelancers content. But I feel like that's the perfect, those first 5 minutes of that episode, it's the perfect example of, a good scene. In Freelancers, it's just filled with a bunch of jokes, joke after joke, and it's just real good. And the rest of the episode, it's really well plotted. Anson Bagley did a great job in this episode as William Vanderchild. Maybe I'm just biased because I've seen him in other stuff, but yeah, that episode definitely moves on to the next round. Alright, so now we've got the quarterfinals. To start off the quarterfinals, we've got Season 1, Episode 1 versus Season 1, Episode 6. Both of these are really good, but I think I like the vibe of Season 1, Episode 1 more, and as I said before, it's a really, really great way to start off this show, and it perfectly captures what I like the show to be. So, yeah, it perfectly captures the idea of the show, So next we've got Season 1, Episode 3 versus Season 2, Episode 4. This one is close, not as close as the first round that the karate episode was in. But I'm going to give this one Season 2, Episode 4, just because I really love the more grounded nature of it and the realism of it, you could say. So yeah, that one's moving on to semifinals. So now we've got the finale, Season 2, Episode 8 versus Season 1, Episode 2. Both are really good. But I think just all the cameos and stuff from the previous episodes in the season and how they perfectly how they perfectly ended the season 2, Episode 8 is really great. So yeah, that one's moving on to the next round. Now we've got Season 2, Episode 1 versus Season 2, Episode 5, Doodles Chips. I'll give this one to the Doodles Chips episode just because, as I said, the idea of it is so great and they did really, really great things with it. And they weren't shy to go crazy with it, and yeah, that's the type of thing that I really want I really like to see in a Freelancers episode. So now in the semifinals, we've got all episodes from Season 2 except for the first episode of Season 1. So first match, we got Season 1, Episode 1 for Season 2, Episode 4. Gonna give this one to Season 1, Episode 1, because as I said, it's the perfect way to start this show. And there's two great villain characters, you could say, in it. Joan is the perfect example of a Freelancers villain. She's my favorite Freelancers villain we've ever had. So yeah, that one's moving on to the finals. So now we've got Season 2, Episode 8 versus Season 2, Episode 5. And these two switched for me in my rankings, but I'm gonna go for Season 2, Episode 5, just because it, way exceeded my expectations. So maybe not way exceeded, but it exceeded my expectations. But Season 2, Episode 8, while it was great, my expectations were definitely higher for it, and it didn't quite live up to them. It was still a really, really good episode. I really loved it. But I think Season 2, Episode 5, again, they just went crazy with the idea that they had, and I really loved that. So, yes, moving on to the finals against where the show started. Season 1, Episode 1 versus Season 2, Episode 5. And these two episodes are both great examples of a great episode of Freelancers. But I think that Season 2, Episode 5 is going to take it for me. Because, again, as I said, this is just such a crazy idea. And that's why I love this kind of show, because it doesn't have to make sense. It can be totally crazy. And that they did some really cool things with it. Like that big time jump. That's a surprise. Like, I didn't expect them to do a big time jump, but they weren't afraid to do that kind of thing. And I really loved it. So, yeah, Season 2, Episode 5 wins it for me. Now, I'm just going to quickly rank these episodes from my least favorite to my favorite. Now, least favorite, I've got Season 1, Episode 8. Just, like, the most of it was kind of weird for me. My second least favorite, Season 2, Episode 7. It was enjoyable. I liked the music in it, but I had a lot of issues with it, and I expected a lot more from it. In 14th place, got the Season 1, Episode 7. Not much wrong with it. It's just there wasn't that much going on in it. Number 13, we got... at number 13 and number 12, got the Two Love Match Supreme episodes. I think I liked the first one more. But again, I just wish those two were paired together. At number 11, we got Season 2, Episode 3. I kind of wanted to see more of the challenges, but this is still a really fun episode. Number 10, we have got Season 1, Episode 6, Circus Berserk's episode. Reason it's so low, not because I didn't like it, I really enjoyed it, but I kind of like the idea of the other ones more, like that sort of scary sort of vibe. It's not really my favorite sort of thing, and that's literally the only reason it's down there. At number 9, we've got Season 2, Episode 6. I love this episode, love what they did with the sickness. Not a huge fan of the gross humor of it. Like, first time I saw it, didn't notice it that much, but watching it again, I'm like, okay, not that big of a fan of it. At number 8, I believe, is the karate episode, Season 1, Episode 3. Really cool idea. The way it was plotted and structured was really great. Number 7, Season 2, Episode 2. Really fun episode. I love how all the plots came together, and they were all really fun subplots that we had here. Number 6, Season 2, Episode 1. It's a great way to start off Season 2. The sort of villain in this one was really great. At number 5, we've got Season 1, Episode 2. Again, loved the idea, and loved how each character dealt with the situation, and really fit with the characters. Number 4, got Season 2, Episode 4. Really fun. I love the realistic nature of it, and all the what all the characters doing in it was a lot of fun. Number 3, Season 1, Episode 1, just perfectly captures the nature of the show, Freelancers. If I told someone, like, one episode to watch of this show that sort of shows what this show really is about, I would say that episode. Number 2, Season 2, Episode 8. Really great way to finish off Season 2. But at number 1, Season 2, Episode 5. Just with an amazing idea, and they did really great things with it. So, that's it for this video. Tell me in the comments what's your favorite episode, and if you like Season 2 or Season 1 more. And thanks for watching, and goodbye.